Hey y'all,
Welcome back to my channel. I said hey. Hey.
Welcome back to my channel.
Hey girl.
Hey y'all, I'm Jazmyn W. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Y'all know I like to jump right into it, but I must let you know if you are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, baby, use a hater at this point.
I mean, for real.
Period, okay? Also, y'all know I love to support Black business or really just Black people in general at the beginning of my channel. So hashtag cousin for Congress. My cousin Joshua Harris Till is running for Congress in Oklahoma. And we would really love for you to donate to his campaign, okay? Politicians, as you may know, need money for campaigns, okay? People have scammed y'all out of money in the past, but my cousin is actually doing the work. He wants to make an impact right now. I'm actually gonna link his Instagram below so that you guys can check out his Instagram so you don't have to go searching, and then also link the link below so that you can donate to his campaign. You would be surprised how much a few dollars, how much of a difference a few dollars makes. So please support him by doing that. And I don't ask you for $1 on this channel, honey. I don't ask for tips. I don't ask for coins. I don't have a subscription. All I want you to do is support me by liking these videos, commenting, and sharing the videos if you like them. If you like them, baby, your best friend gonna laugh at it. And then also supporting the businesses that I show here on my platform. 9 times out of 10, they're small businesses. It's a grassroots project, especially with my cousin running for Congress. So it's really important that we support each other, okay? It's about community. All right, this is Married at First Sight, like we do every week. Yeah, let's get into it. On my channel, we always start with the
most boring couple.
Y'all know. If you know, you know. The girls that get it, okay? The girls that don't, okay? We always start with the most boring couple. This is a difficult week because I didn't have very many notes because I was honestly eating popcorn while I was watching the show, so I didn't have time to take notes on every single thing, honey. So let's start with Ben and Mindy. Okay. I've said this before on my channel that Ben got married to please his parents, not because he was ready to be married, not because he wanted to be married, but because his mama wanted him to be married. We saw how much Ben cared about his mother's opinion in the beginning of the season, and then we also saw how he talked about his not so great relationship with his father. And I think he's trying to impress his parents. On this episode, he said, I'm the only one in my family that's not a doctor. Now I'm the only one in my family who's been divorced. So what I think Ben needs to do, I think he needs to cut his family off and live for himself.
And go to therapy.
A lot of y'all need to do the same things too, okay? This is not your mama's life. This ain't your daddy's life, okay? This is your life. And you only get one to live, so you better live it how you want to live it, babe. This is not time to be living for other people, especially in 2022 when climate change gonna kill all of us.
At the end of the day, so stop living for your granny.
Okay. Anyway, Morgan is still talking about being a nurse. You know what? I need us all to march down to whatever hospital Morgan works at and just say we need our blood drawn by Morgan just to prove that she can do it at this point, because she wants to prove this so bad. I don't know what insecurity she has. I don't know if she passed nursing school with C's or she barely passed, or her family told her never would have made it. I don't know what it is. Okay, but I just really need her to go and get some help. All right, I know she's a nurse, but I need her to go to a doctor and get some help, a psychiatrist or a psychologist. Go to therapy, Morgan, because I'm so sick of you. I'm sick of you. Can you take care of me? Because you a nurse, because you making me sick. We get it. You are a nurse. We stopped talking about that 4 weeks ago. To be honest, we do not care.
Okay, I done got monkeypox from listening to her talk about this. Hell.
Oh my goodness.
Save me.
Another reason why Morgan needs help. The finish line for this apology keeps moving back and back. First, she said, I need Ben to apologize. He apologized. Second, I need him to be sincere. Then he looks sincere to me. I need him to come to me separately. I need him to come to me alone. I need him to be on his knees when he apologized. I need him to kiss my feet when he apologized. I need him to be in a dark room with roses, and then I need him to kiss my feet and bathe me after he apologized. I need to really feel that he meant it.
From the bottom of his feet.
Bitch, do you want to feel the apology or do you want to hear the apology?
Both.
Because 9 times out of 10, I just want to hear it.
Both.
Okay? I can't feel somebody else's feelings. You just don't trust Ben at this point. And you know what? It's okay not to trust somebody. But damn, go to therapy. Oh my goodness. At the end of the day, Morgan said that this relationship can't be salvaged. The marriage can't be salvaged because, she just doesn't trust Ben at this point. Listen, I don't even think she ever wanted the relationship to really work with Ben, now that I think about it. To be honest, the man did one thing in the beginning of the relationship. You never forgave him for it. You never kissed the man. I think you've touched Patience more intimately than you've touched this man. So at the end of the day, while Ben might be immature, while he might be terrible at communicating, deep down you can really tell that he was just a nice person. We watched Ben die like a rose from Trader Joe's over this whole entire season. He started off bubbly, playful, a little bit flirty, giggly. He loved to kiki. Now the man is nothing but a depressed, dying flower.
A what?
It's really sad because we saw the light drain out of his eyes. And I think on this very last episode where he said, I think Morgan needs to learn how to move forward. He was getting back to the person that he really is. And this is sad. It's sad.
Because if we can't go to Bella Noche, where the hell can we go?
At the end of the day, I said, who gonna scoop Ben? Which one of y'all gonna scoop Ben? Because he a good catch. Let me know in the comments. Okay, Miguel and Lindy. Let's get into it. Okay, so Miguel sat down with Lindy's coworker, and he asked the coworker about her temperament, her attitude, her positivity versus negativity and stuff like that, because he said he's been feeling like Lindy is quite negative. And she's not negative. We're gonna get to it. Anyway, the coworker said, well, she gets a little bit hangry sometimes, or sometimes I might say something and I don't think anything of it, but she takes it a little bit personal. And Miguel says, I've never seen her hangry, but you've seen her mad as hell, angry. She cussed you out and said, what the fuck am I supposed to do if you don't fucking take me and put me on your mother? She turned into Samuel Jackson.
Okay, sex on a plane.
But I guess you never seen her hangry, I guess. I wrote down, I don't think that, and this is because Miguel said she's very happy-go-lucky, right? I personally don't think that Lindy is happy-go-lucky. I think that Lindy wants her way or the highway. I think that Lindy wants things to go exactly the way she wants them to go, and if she doesn't, she's going to get mad. She's going to cuss you out. If you don't live up to her expectations or the things that she wants, she's going to get upset. She's going to cry. She's going to throw a tantrum. She's going to cuss you out. And then later on, she's going to giggle about how silly she was.
Yeah.
Lindy gives me post-traumatic white woman disorder.
Ooh, don't make them mad, Jazz.
PTWWD. Because that is what some white women do that I've come into contact. In fact, many. And particularly in the office. If things don't go exactly the way they want them to go, right? They get upset. They'll get mad. They'll say that you're aggressive. You're not being cooperative. You're not being a team player.
All about you.
Okay? They'll go to your boss and talk to your boss about how you had an attitude, how you were talking down to them, true story, how you were not being a team player. And then when you go and ask them about what happened during the conversation, because I thought everything was all good, they'll go, Oh, that's not even how it went.
Exactly what she did with Pastor Cal.
That is how it went. Relationships are about both people either getting what they want or meeting in the middle. Not about you getting everything your way and fussing and throwing a tantrum on the floor in the middle of the grocery store when Miguel calls you out on your shit.
Preach.
Another example, Lindy said, yeah, she told whoever, maybe it was Dr. Pepper, I don't remember nothing about this episode, or Pastor Cal. She was like, yeah, when we had the fake baby, I couldn't handle it. It was up crying every 2 hours. To be honest, Miguel had to do all of the work. What's funny about the fact that you're not ready to be a mom, even though you want kids within the next 1 or 2 years? That's what you told Miguel.
Right.
What's funny about that?
Nothing.
You should be really analyzing whether this lifestyle is for you at this point. Because laughing and giggling about how Miguel had to wake up every 2 hours won't be funny when it's a real baby. Trust me, I know. Oh my goodness. I wrote down, what the hell does Lindy have on her head?
Please tell me.
Why does she have on a beanie with a suit? Does she have some dandruff she's trying to cover up?
A lump on a log?
What the hell is going on here? Does she have a bump on her head, on the top of her head? She trying to camouflage? Child.
What's going on outside?
And at the end of the day, she told Pastor Cal that out of a 1 through 10, as far as anger meter, Miguel has seen her at 4.5. So you mean to tell me you weren't even halfway angry when you cussed out Miguel and told him what the is she supposed to do about this motherfucking healthcare? You wasn't even halfway angry. I'd hate to see her at a 10.
Or even a 7.
Me and my mom were talking about this. My mom was like, that was more like a 9. I was like, yeah, for you. It was really more like a 7 for me and my mom. We can get a little bit angrier than that. But if I'm cussing, let me tell you guys something. I have to be very, 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 very upset to cuss at my husband. Why would I cuss at my husband?
Unless he deserved it, like big time.
Even if I'm upset, there's still lots and lots of respect there. Why am I cussing you out? If I'm cussing you out, baby, you deserve. I deserve, like Mama D. Anyway, and then she laughs and says, he hasn't seen the worst of me. She needs help. This is a case of a woman who's used to getting her way, a spoiled brat, a privileged princess who never gets called out on her shit. But guess what? Miguel's about to do it next week, and I can't wait to watch. Okay, next we have light-skinned Keisha and Nate. Light-skinned Keisha and light-skinned Lenny. Nate tripped me out when Pastor Cal joined them for, their little session. And Pastor Cal said, I got a little embarrassed watching y'all's, sexy episode, whatever sexy time that they had last week. And Nate said, you ain't no freak. And Pastor Cal said, anyway. Pastor Cal, he buzzed right on past that question, didn't he? And I don't blame him, because I don't want to hear Pastor Cal's a freak. I want to hear about the Lord. Anyway, Stacia and Nate were talking about love and whether they love each other. Pastor Cal was asking him about that. Stacia said she told Nate that she loved him already. And Pastor Cal said, Nate, do you love Stacia? And Nate said, I admire Stacia so much. I really admire her. I look up to her. She's one of my biggest inspirations.
AKA no.
which means no, he do not love Stacia. I personally don't even think Nate likes Stacia that much. It's just me. We're gonna get to it. Nate said that he's never cheated on somebody, but he has been, but he hasn't been cheated on that.
Girl, what?
Nate said that he's never cheated and he's never been cheated on that he knows of. And then Stacia said she's been cheated on and she's cheated, and Nate didn't really like that. This was a decade ago. Nate, she was probably 20, in her early 20s. I think you can let it go.
Yeah, I think so.
I think you can let it go. I mean, there's a lot of things you did in your early 20s that you wouldn't even do in your 30s now. In fact, didn't he talk about how he used to hustle and sell fake bags and stuff like that? Would he do that now?
Probably. Oh.
No. He might not have been cheating on a partner, but he was damn sure cheating them customers.
They knew it was fake.
Anyway, Pastor Cal asked Nate a really, really, really good question. Pastor Cal said, Nate, she may not have told you everything that happened in her life up until now, but does she need to? And this is where I want to get y'all together. When you're in a new relationship with somebody, it's okay not to know everything about the person. In fact, I would argue that you don't even need to know.
Think before you speak, girl.
Everything about them. You just need to know what's happening now. The fact that this person cheated on their ex or whatever the case was, I mean, maybe it's an indication of their character if it happened within the last couple of years. But what's happening right now? The fact that this person filed bankruptcy 7 years ago, does that mean that they're not financially responsible right now? It could be an indication. That's not what I'm saying. But a lot of times, y'all get in relationships and y'all want to know everything about that person. What happened with your ex? What happened with the ex before that? Why did you guys break up? Why didn't that work out? Why didn't this? Why didn't that? Why didn't that? Is the person in therapy now? Is the person seem honest to you now? Do they seem like they're telling the truth now? Are they making good money now? Are they financially responsible now? Are they having a good time in life now? The Power of Now. It's a really good book. You should read it.
Okay, you sound like Abraham Hicks, girl.
What happened 10 years ago is not as relevant as what's happening right now. So stop trying to go back and hash all of that shit out. That's not to be hashed out. That's the past. Okay? Whew. Anyway.
The past.
I wrote down that Nate is looking for reasons to break up with Lightsty and Keisha. He said, I'm hearing some bad stories from the past, and now he's getting, leery. Now he's having second thoughts. And I think that's either the fact that he doesn't like light-skinned Keisha or just his insecurity in being in a committed relationship, or his fears trying to find their way to the forefront of his mind when it's really not necessary. Stacia may have cheated in the past, but honestly, she seems very trustworthy now. And she seems like she has really good integrity now. So I'm not getting it. Let me know what you guys think about that. When Nate met with Stacia's friends, I found this very interesting. Stacia's friends made a lot of excuses for things about her, for how she views relationships that I didn't really necessarily agree with. They said, when Stacia is trying to change you, I don't want you to look at it like that. I don't want you to look at it as if she's trying to change you. Look at it as if she really cares about you, and she wants the best for you, and she wants you to be on her level.
It's a good thing.
Imagine if I sat down with a man's friends and he was like, nah, baby. Trayvon, he not trying to change you, okay? When he asks you to change, don't look at it like that. He wants the best for you. He wants you to get on his level. Excuse me? Excuse me? No. That's gonna be a no for me. In fact, baby, if you don't think I'm on your level, I might not make as much money as you. Is that what your level is?
Yeah, that's what her level is.
I might not be in the same place as far as career as you, but it looks like Nate is more emotionally mature than Stacia. It looks like Nate has better communication style than Stacia, to be honest.
Don't matter.
So is he not on her level in those ways? I'm trying to figure out what the hell's going on here, because I just really didn't like it. Instead of thinking about her trying to change you, let's repitch it. Let's reposition this. No, let's talk about exactly what it is. She doesn't like the fact that I do this, and this right now. Is that going to be enough for her? Is she going to be able to grow with me as a person? Is she going to be able to accept who I am right now? Because I don't want to talk about potential. Can Stacia accept who Nate is today? And I don't think she can, and I think he peeps that, and that's why he ain't gonna say yes on decision day.
And he ain't gonna.
I'd be really surprised if he did.
He probably will.
Nate is 35 and he's never been in love. I think Nate has mommy issues, and it's probably really difficult for him to express love or think that he's in love with a woman. And I think he should go to therapy for that.
Of course you do.
He doesn't know what love with he might not know what love with a woman looks like because of the distance that he's created emotionally from his own mother. Now, I'm not a therapist, but they do call me therapy Jazz. we do have therapy Jazz on the channel, so I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. So I think Nate's inability to open up his heart to a woman intimately in that way, as far as love goes, I think it's gonna be a challenge in this relationship. And I think that's the fact that Stacia is looking for perfection in her partner, or looking for someone to be like her, is also detrimental to their relationship. I'm getting a little deep on this episode. Let's move on to the next couple. Justin sat down with Alexis's male friend. I'm trying to figure out, who is this to Alexis, an ex? Alexis does strike me as the type of person who would bring her ex on the show and say, we're not together anymore. He one of my good friends. What's the problem? You're jealous. She seemed like she would gaslight Justin in that instance, but I don't know. Anyway, Justin told Alexis's friend, I'm not perfect. I gotta change my tone and not curse. Dude, you tried to kill her dog.
Yeah. Allegedly.
It's not about changing your tone and not cursing. You tried to kill her dog. You were slowly poisoning her dog. Allegedly. Justin, you need to work on a lot more things than changing your tone and not cursing. A lot more. You have poor communication skills, okay?
Number 1.
You look like one of my fingers.
Girl, number 2.
Long and brown. Okay? You lie. Or no, I'm sorry, you don't lie. You don't give all the information that's needed up front when telling a story or telling the truth.
AKA lie.
You're childish. You cry quite a bit. I mean, I love sensitivity in a man, honey, but at this point,
get him a tissue, honey.
You crying to get out of shit. You're not even crying because you're feeling something. You in everybody else's business. You nosy as hell. And you try to give advice when you don't even have your own stuff figured out. There's a lot of things wrong here with Justin, okay? Devon Franklin was on this episode. I'm side-eyeing him. And let me tell you why I'm side-eyeing Devon Franklin. I know it was your fault, Devon.
Yeah, it was.
I know it was your fault. Yeah, we know it was your fault.
Yeah, we do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Megan's out here living her best life, single, happy, fine as hell, but I know it was your fault.
It was him, yeah.
I do. And that's all I'm going to say about that, because I don't know anything else. Anyway. Devon Franklin said, let's talk about the club. Let's talk about the strip club. He said, how does that make you feel? Alexis said, I feel free. I feel freedom. I get to let my hair down. And Devon said, do you feel free in your marriage? And she said, no, I feel smothered in my marriage. sometimes I just don't understand why to me, this was a little bit of an overanalyzation. I don't think that Alexis goes to the club because she feels smothered.
Yes, she does.
Maybe she does. What the hell do I know? Anyway, I wrote down Devin Franklin was doing too much. He gonna tell Alexis, what do you like to do? You like to what? She's like, I like to hike. I like to travel. I like going out to restaurants. Okay. Do you like to hike, Justin? Do you like to travel? Do you like going to a restaurant? And Justin's like, yes, I love to hike. Yeah, I love going to restaurants. I love traveling. No, you don't, Justin. You like to sit your ass at home. Alexis has already said this. You don't like to hike. I can't imagine your long booty having... I can't imagine your long leg ass hiking. And you don't like to travel, because I don't even know, what did Justin do for a living? You don't like to go out. You don't like to do nothing. You like to stay at home. You already said you was a homebody. Alexis said you was a homebody. You like to be at home. Now you lying up here to Devin Franklin, talk about how you love to do this and that.
You love to hike up a hill and, boy, be quiet.
Anyway, I guess Devon Franklin was like, you guys both like the same things. I don't even understand what we got out of his therapy session. Alexis was just over there smiling. I don't even know why she was smiling like that. She don't like this man.
Right.
Let me massage my temples.
Let's move on.
Anyway, Alexis went on to talk about how she likes to be dominated in bed.
Oh, Lord, TMI.
And then Justin said, I'm going to beat the brakes off of it.
Girl, no, he didn't.
Yeah, I'm going to just, I would have said, I want a divorce.
Immediately.
Excuse me, I want a divorce. Can I have one? Because as soon as he said that, I would have been done. At the end of the day, I wrote down Justin don't have the balls to sleep with Alexis. I think she likes seeing him squirm. Yeah, Justin talked about this episode about how I've never been like this during sex. I've never done this during sex. I've never did it during sex. I think Alexis likes watching Justin bring his long limbs close to her and crawl on top of her and bite her shirt. I think she thinks it's funny and entertaining. Do I think it's rockets and waterfalls? That's a Beyonce reference. With Justin and Alexis, no, I don't. I think it's giving Sahara Desert, Vegas in the summertime.
Dry heat. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's move on to the last couple. Okay, lastly, we have Kristen and Mitch. They sat down with Dr. Pepper, and Dr. Pepper wanted Kristen to talk about some of her concerns. And Kristen says, I have a long list. Should I start at the top or the bottom? And Dr. Pepper said, let's just start with one. How about that? Okay. Kristen says that Mitch is an environmentalist or environmental advocate. Is that right? You don't know by now?
Right.
I mean, he talks about it every day. Do you not know what to call it? He's an environmentalist. He's an activist. He's an advocate for our environment. There's plenty of ways to say it, girl. Or just say his job title. I don't even know what it is technically, but you should know by now, right? Anyway, she says, I find myself feeling guilty for my iced lattes. Mitch says, I don't want her to feel guilty for her iced lattes. If she forgets her reusable cup every now and then, is the relationship going to be over? No. Me personally, I do not think that it's too much to ask her to use a reusable cup for her iced lattes. I don't think it's too much for y'all to do that either. Okay? One thing that Mitch said that I would also like to bring up is he said he tries not to blame individuals for systemic problems when it comes to the environment. And this is 100% true. This is why I say that I do really, really care about the environment. In fact, I stopped eating meat for 4 years because I cared so much about the environmental impact that the meat industry has on our world. And me not eating meat was just me doing my part. But at the end of the day, babe, I cannot solve problems that corporations and white men cause. So at the end of the day, shop the link on my Amazon. Because it's really, really difficult to balance being Mitch and being Kristen. You don't necessarily quite have to be Mitch. But, I think that blaming Kristen or expecting Kristen to contribute to fixing all of the world's environmental problems is just not realistic. So they will have to meet in the middle, in some capacity. I will say that when you have chosen a career or a dream that directly contributes to a negative social impact, if you are with an environmentalist, that's going to be a problem. Flipping houses, let me be very clear. If you want to flip houses, that's your business. But do not say in any way that flipping houses positively contributes to our environment, our community, or our economy, because it doesn't.
At all.
Helping low-income families or helping families who can barely buy a house renovate their homes so that they're in working condition or they're more beautiful on a budget or something like that, that contributes to our community and to our economy, right? You're hiring contractors, you're helping a family. That would be like a nonprofit or a very small profit situation. Buying an old house, making updates, as many updates that you can make on a budget, and selling the house for profit does not contribute to our economy in any way, only to your pockets. So when you are with an environmentalist, that's going to be a problem. I don't care if you use reusable furniture. That just makes sense. Why would you buy new furniture every time you stage a house? There are staging companies that come in and use their inventory of furniture to do that. Of course you would, I guess you're going to use recycled wood to do some of the updates on the house. At the end of the day, you just, I've already talked about this, but let's not act like you're doing something good by flipping houses. You know what I mean? Just say it's for you to make money, period. That's it. And that's okay, because that's the world that we live in. But let's not pretend like you're doing an act of service, because it's not. Yeah, they talked about not putting the big picture on her shoulders. But I will say that a lot of people, specifically colorless people, would rather walk around the world, right, and not think about how their personal actions or their personal, passions can negatively contribute to the world. They'd rather block that out and just be blind and do whatever they want to do, right? But you can't do that. You have to realize, hey, racism is a really big issue. How might my actions be contributing to that? Imagine if we all walked around with that lens. And a lot of people do. You have to be aware of how you contribute to the negative things that happen on this planet, right? In our society. Let's move on. Okay, I wrote down Mitch is sitting there in therapy like a pissed off 5-year-old. Why was he sitting there like this? He was thinking about what cartoons he was gonna watch later. I'm like, what's going on? I said Mitch need to pull his Scully. Y'all know how we pull our wigs forward, just a little tug? He needs to pull his scully forward. Why is it sitting back here on his head? Anyway, Mitch was slurping his noodles and Kristen had a problem with it. She said, have you always eaten like this? Why am I noticing just today that you slurping your noodles? Listen, in a lot of Asian cultures, the more loudly you slurp your noodles, the more compliments it is to the chef. A lot of people don't know that because you hoes ain't never been nowhere.
Girl, you worked at an Asian restaurant.
Period. But maybe he was slurping, maybe you never noticed because you never seen him eat noodles, and that is how he eats noodles. I don't know. I'm just trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, but you know, anyway. This was the kicker for Kristen. Mitch said that he likes how she looks naturally. And when Mitch spoke with her sister, he brought it up. He said that, you know, I was expecting a surfer chick. And I like it when she wakes up in the morning, her hair's sort of natural and wavy and she doesn't have on any makeup. I like that look. How do you think I can tell her that I like the way she looks more naturally like that? I wrote down, Kristen is not Kim Kardashian, babe. She's not beat for the gods.
She not even beat for the angels.
She's not beat for the gods, honey bun. So she is natural right now, believe it or not. She's wearing very little makeup, some eyeliner, some mascara, a little bit of blush, a little bit of probably a tinted moisturizer. She's not doing much. Okay? That's like, to me, that's like my husband telling me, Jazmyn, you know what? I like it when you're a little bit more natural. Can you tone it down? I said, baby, the volume is all the way down.
Exactly. I don't hear nothing.
What do you want me to do? Walk around barefaced for you? No. I wrote down, men just want to control women. Period. What does me wearing no makeup or not doing my hair have to do with you? What does me wearing my hair straight out the shower and letting it air dry have to do with you? Why does me air drying my hair have more sex appeal to you than me blow drying it or whatever the case is? It sounds ridiculous. It sounds stupid. It sounds dumb to me. I'm sorry. And I know somebody gonna come in and say, duh, duh, duh. I can see if she wore tons of makeup, a smoky eye every day, and you're like, oh, I just like a little bit more of a natural look, which a lot of guys actually do. But what she's wearing is barely anything. So you're not seeing much of a difference between her with no makeup and her with makeup on, to be honest. It's not like she's changing who she is. She being who she are. Anyway, honey, I wrote down, speaking of Kim K, I wrote down, I guarantee you that if Kristen was rich, he wouldn't give a damn.
He would not care.
He already said, you know, I have values, but I understand the importance of making money too. I want to make a little bit of money. There are so many people who are broke. When you're broke, your values be on some, I care about the environment type shit. You know what I mean? But when you got money, if he was rich, I guarantee you he wouldn't care about none of that. Maybe that's me judging. I don't care. That's what I'm here for. What is this channel for?
Right. What else?
Anyway, I wrote down Kristen's sister was on point. Kristen says, you know, a lot of times when women wear makeup and we do our hair and makeup and we want to look pretty, it's not for the male gaze. It's not for you. She's doing it because she wants to feel good about herself. This is how she feels most confident. This is how she feels most comfortable. This ain't for you anyway. Period. Oh my goodness. Anyway, Kristen brought this up to Dr. Pepper. All the couples were in a group setting and they were going over their relationship. I don't care about nothing the other couple said. But Kristen was pissed off because before this event, her sister told her what Mitch said about her wearing less makeup, about her changing her appearance to fit his aesthetic, his surfer girl aesthetic. Baby Mitch, if you could have had a surfer girl, you would have had one on Road Out into the Sunset already. You can't get one. Period. This is what... You can't even keep her. Anyway, Kristen brought this up to Dr. Pepper. Said, this is the final straw right here. I'm done. He said he wants me to wear less makeup, change my hair. After telling me he wasn't attracted to me before, I'm over it. And, bless you. And Dr. Pepper said, Mitch, are you attracted? Are you very attracted to Kristen? She said, are you very attracted to Kristen? And Mitch said, I'm attracted to Kristen. I'm attracted to Kristen. I'm attracted. He couldn't even say he was very attracted to her. Kristen was over that. And then Dr. Pepper hit Kristen with some, well, it's kind of a compliment that he wants you not to wear makeup. And Kristen said, I'm gonna stop you right there. Stop with the bull. Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there because I don't want a man to kind of be attracted to me. I don't want a man to be attracted to me a little bit. I want somebody to be head over heels, to think I'm beautiful, to think I'm amazing. This ain't enough. And I'm so glad she interrupted Dr. Pepper. And this baby interrupt me, honey. I don't need an inner me when I got you.
Okay.
Yeah, you. Anyway,
Tell them to be quiet.
Dr. Pepper apologized. She said, if I knew he was gonna call you ugly, I wouldn't have said anything.
Duh.
Kristen said, I don't need an apology from you. I need an apology from him. I don't know why you need an apology from him. He don't like you and you don't like him. You want him to apologize for not liking you?
Yes.
What you need to do is not get an apology from them. You need an apology from Dr. Pepper, Pastor Cal, the producers, and the people who book people on the show, the talent people. That's who you need the apology from. And you need him to pack his PlayStation. Anyway, that's my point of view. I would love to know what you guys think. I think the producers and the whole show and Lifetime owe Kristen an apology. They owe a lot of people an apology on this season. But anyway, I can't wait to see what you guys think.
Bye. Oh my gosh.